Hey everybody, it's the Doctor here with Typical Manga Fan, and this episode of the Typical Manga Review is going to be about One Piece, chapter 799, Parent and Child. And real quick, given what that refers to in this chapter, which we'll get into in a bit, I don't know if this will have a different title when the official English comes out on Monday. We're recording this on Friday, so the title on the video may be different from what I just said. That happens sometimes anyway, but more so in this case probably.
Okay.
Anyway, the actual cover page this time is Sabo cracking walnuts from squirrels.
Yay!
Yep, cute little picture. Like not as like heavy on the extra details you saw with Hancock in them, but still a cute little picture.
Yeah.
Poor squirrels getting there, can't get the nuts open.
Yeah. It's an interesting commission. I like how Oda's doing these commission things.
Yeah. It always makes me think of that old Looney Tunes cartoon where there's this squirrel who's trying to open up a coconut. Like he's going so far as like to take it all the way up to the top of a skyscraper and drop it down.
Didn't Ice Age do that same thing?
Looney Tunes did it years before that, but probably.
Yeah.
Like Looney Tunes are the hipsters. They did it before it was cool.
I don't remember the Looney Tunes one though, unfortunately.
I'll have to see if I can find it somewhere. See if I can find the title. But yeah. Anyway, the chapter itself proper opened with Luffy fighting Fujitora, and he's doing the odd thing of announcing his attack, like move for move. Like here comes a killing blow, and another. How about actually helping my foot and fist?
Yeah, but he's doing it because Fujitora's blind, which Fujitora retorts by saying, "Dude, I don't want to be patronized." And I'm not gonna lie, I'm kind of agreeing with Fujitora. Like, I think Luffy has to understand that he, as an admiral, the guy would hate this type of treatment.
It'd be funny if that were why he was doing it.
Yeah. Like
deliberately trying to get a rise out of him, which Fujitora says that that's what he was up to. He succeeded, but it's like. Since you can't, but I do like his retort to this though. Since you can't see, I want you to know exactly how I was kicking your ass. It's not like I hate you or anything, old man.
Yeah. And so wait, so is Luffy doing it because he's patronizing him, or is it because he's just trying to mock him for being blind? Well, I don't understand. Like,
I'm not quite sure either. It's like he doesn't necessarily have anything against Fujitora himself. He's just in the way, and it's like. But I think that maybe it's his own weird little way of showing respect. Like I'm going to kick your ass, and this is how I'm doing it.
Yeah, it's weird because I'll say this: it's really hard for me to see if Luffy's actually patronizing because he's blind. Because as a warrior, I think Luffy of all people should understand that this is not something that he should be doing. Like it shows disrespect for doing so. Mm-hmm. For like because you're blind, I'm gonna go easy on you. Like, dude, that piss anyone off. Mm-hmm. And so I think Luffy should not. I think that's above what Luffy's trying to do. I think. Or I mean, not below. I think that's below what Luffy's trying to do. I think Luffy should understand that that's not the way to go. But at the same time, I'm having a hard time understanding. Is that what he's doing, or is it's just like he's doing it to mock the fact that he's blind, and therefore he wants him to really feel and really understand, or really experience each blow as he calls it out. I don't know. I didn't like it very much because it wasn't clear.
It seemed out of character for Luffy for me.
Exactly, it does seem out of character, and that's what I had a problem with. Like Luffy of all people should understand that this is not the way to go, as I said before. So yeah.
Anyway, like I said, Fujitora launches a big old attack which destroys a good chunk of the area behind Luffy or around them. But Hadouken interrupts the fight by grabbing Luffy and just running off with him.
Yeah.
Zoro's actually ready to tag in, but it's like, no, don't do that. We've got enough already, Zoro-senpai. No. And then it is at this point that we learn that pirates always sail single file to hide their numbers.
Yeah. So
because Orlum's fleet has a big old bridge connected to all their ships going in a straight line to where their actual ships are docked out at.
Yeah. So anyway, Fujitora talks about why he closed. It turns out he closed his own eyes because he saw things he didn't want to see. Right. But I feel like I feel like that's actually a bad thing. But because you're putting yourself in denial in a way. Like you don't want to take.
We don't know the specifics though, so we may learn that at some point later.
Well, from what I can tell, it's like he's seen the worst, the very bad things, and so he couldn't take it anymore. But in my opinion, as at least as someone of his caliber, he should really understand that you have to see them, you have to experience them, so you can learn from them, and then do things so that to prevent it from ever happening. Yep. You have to face it.
Yep.
Literally.
Well, like I said, maybe that's. Like I said, until we learn the specifics, I can't judge him on what he did or why. But anyway, he also comments to him, at least to himself, that the emperors are already on the move, and by taking out Joker, he's just pretty much put a bullseye on his back. Yeah. Like Luffy's just made himself a target, which I don't think he really minds all that much. But there you are. Meanwhile, that's when the people of Dressrosa arrive. They're screaming at Lucy to bring back Rebecca. Like, are you telling me you never were a hero? Just leave her alone. Of course, while they're doing this, like they also like talk Fujitora. Like, take her up and shove it. We're gonna take care of these pirates ourselves.
And they're also doing it smiling.
Yeah, and even though you can't see it, Fujitora picks up on the fact that there's no anger in their voices. Like, all the pirates, they just hear the noise. They can't really understand what's going on right now. They don't hear everything, but Fujitora is kind of hearing their inner thoughts through haki. He's like, he's hearing them think or say to themselves that Rebecca's been discovered on the house by the hill. Oh, he's not hearing their thoughts. Like, they're talking to each other kind of on their own. Like, she was Kiros. And it's like, we know that. Wait, what? It was only a matter of time until she followed Lord Kiros once he left his family.
That's what I meant when I said that they kind of always knew. Like, it was a matter of time. When they said that, it was kind of like when they heard that Rebecca left. I think they kind of put it together to themselves, saying like, she's probably going to Lord Kiros.
Yeah, of course. The way it's described here, it's not something everybody knew. Like, a lot of people realized and knew about it, but not everyone. So it could be like those are the people who were pissed off at Luffy. Come to think of it, the ones who didn't know that it was Kiros and Rebecca and Scarlet had been together.
Yeah. So yeah, it's kind of weird because the thing is though, like the reason why it was kind of weird was because back when they were surprised that Luffy did that, there were actual legitimate facial expressions hinting like surprise. But maybe I can argue
he did just rob her from the palace.
I know, but it's kind of like he said. I mean, they said that what they knew was some of them said it that they always knew it was going to happen.
Well, they only knew that Rebecca would go to Kiros eventually. Yeah, they just didn't realize that's how he was doing it.
I was about to say like they probably didn't expect Luffy to be the one bringing her there.
Yep.
But regardless, it was probably like just for like 10 minutes and whatever.
Yeah.
So
yeah, and also like they also realized they also know like the identity of the Tantata.
And they also knew about the Scarlet thing too.
Yeah, they just kept they just kept quiet and just acted oblivious to protect them because they figured that's what was going on. Anyway, like Fujitora is also hearing them say that they're gonna pretty much shield the pirates from Fujitora.
Yeah. So and they actually they still consider the pirates the saviors of the country, and they want to make it so that Fujitora cannot use his gravity thing that lifts everything up and drop everything on them because that would also hurt the people.
I do like the kind of like piratey idea that his honor is getting turned against him here.
Yeah, but it's kind of so this is one of the things where I was really criticizing about both of us actually about Oda, but he somehow manages to turn the tables on us.
Yeah.
Was he doing this? Like, was he predicting? Like, was he intensely trolling us? Did he read the comments and was like, I better not do that? Like, what was his plan here?
Well, it turns out he had his plan already. I mean.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's obviously his plan because this is definitely how he had to plan. How do you beat Fujitora? And it's like, well, use the people. But of course they have to put up a front. They have to, because keep in mind that if they support the pirates, then the Marine admirals, not just the admirals, but like the Marines might have something to say about that.
Yeah,
but if they have the start saying that they are supporting the Marines, but against the pirates, then of course the Marines can't really do anything about that.
Without meaning to, Luffy gave them the pretense they needed.
Yeah.
And Fujitora thinking to himself how Luffy really is honest to a fault. Like the whole country's out to save him.
Yeah.
And like, what kind of person are you? What color is your hair? What kind of eyes do you have? And now he's kind of wishing he hadn't closed his eyes because he would have wanted to get a good look at him.
I think Fujitora is happy that he can't get them. Fujitora is interesting. Like he's basically at the position where he's like he has to play the role of an admiral, but if it came down to like just a moral opinion, he would have let them go, or at least gone easy on them.
That's why he was kind of playing with the dice roll earlier. Like he was letting it go as long as the dice went with him. Yeah. And it's like, well, now I'm in a pickle. All these weapons I've raised don't seem to be worth a damn anymore.
So anyway, yeah. Bartolomeu's like, hey, look at the ship, man, it's awesome. And then it's like
ain't she like she's bragging, like ain't she a beaut? But yeah, she ain't even yours.
It belongs to the giant guy, right?
No, it belongs to Orlumbus.
Who's Orlumbus?
The bowling guy, the one who threw Zoro at Pika. I'll point him out to you when we get there.
Okay.
But yeah, you can tell it's him because note the name of the ship.
Yeah, okay. I thought it was the giant guy because it's so huge. Like you think it wouldn't be made for giants.
Yeah, but like you know what the pun there is with the Yonta Maria.
No, what's the pun?
Yon means 4, San means 3.
43.
No. No, San. Ta. The Nina, the Pinta.
Oh.
Columbus.
Columbus. Oh. The name of the ship of Columbus?
Right, the Santa Maria. San means 3, so we have the Yonta Maria, where Yon means 4.
Oh, okay, I see what you're saying.
Yeah. anyways, like we go on. Once on the ship, we're kind of getting introduced to everybody properly now. Right on top, we have Hadrudine's like, I've got 4 mercenary friends. They're giants too. And with their help, one day we're going to get together the tribe to reform the giant pirate crew, like Brogy and Dory, which Usopp is all thrilled about.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm actually shocked that that the Tontadas want to go too. It's like
yeah, we're not quite there yet though. Like Orlumbus is the one to the right. They're right next to Leo. Oh, little thing on here as well that I kind of caught on here is like.
Oh yeah, that's Orlumbus. Okay, I saw.
Yeah. Yep, and Yonto Maria and the Grand Fleet, like the 56 ship strong armada should be of use to them, and Robin's wondering about that. But quick little thing. Oh, I was wondering where Law was. This chapter. He's right there by Robin. Yeah. Anyway, wait. Before we go, another little pun here. In Japanese, 5 is go, and 6 is sometimes said with mu, mu.
Gomu. Oh, Gomu.
Of course,
not
in this
bad.
case, that would just be 5-6, not 56. But even so,
I think he had to be a little more creative with the way he did it.
Oh yeah, but I mean, actually, we'll see that a little bit later too here. But
so first, it was interesting because I thought he said 43. I was like, wait, is that no? That's 42. But whatever. But yeah, it's interesting that we also get the Tontadas coming too. I always thought that. Wait, I thought don't you have to defend the princess or something?
Well, it's only a few of them going. It's not like a gigantic group.
Yeah.
Or like all.
But I'm like, man, Shelly would miss Leo though, because Leo's like her protector. So it's kind of weird. It's like, oh, she's leaving you.
Then we also have Hideo and Blue Gilly like joining up together. Yeah. I don't know about Abdullah and Jeet if they're joining with those two as well, or if they're just kind of just whatever. Apparently, Suleiman, one of the guys from the fight, is going to be joining up with Cavendish.
Dude, I don't remember half of these guys.
Yeah. Well, some of these guys got beaten earlier. Like Orlumbus didn't take down any of like the officers, but he was there. The 3 on top here did kind of get the 4 on top rather did kind of get beaten at one point, but they were kind of important in their own way.
So,
and there's like I do like Cavendish like I'm letting you join, so call me Captain, damn it.
So Luffy's like, what the frick is happening?
Like, just do whatever you want. And that's kind of what they are doing, because they've been talking about it over the time they were working together, and they came to an understanding. And they've kind of decided the order on this by lottery. Like, first of all, basically what they're explaining is that they pretty much go into detail about who they have. We have the beautiful pirate crew with Cavendish, led with 75 members. Approximately 1,000 members of the Hoppo Navy, led by Sai. Actually, here, wait, real quick. There's a little translator note here, like where the white horse in Japanese are pronounced as Hakuba. Anyway, the Bartolomeo's has 56 people in his crew. Again, Gomu. And their captain is Bartolomeo the Cannibal. The 4 members of the Triple X Gym Martial Arts Alliance with Hideo representing them. Leo representing the Tontada. Hadrudine representing the 5 Giants. Orlumbus representing the 4,300 members of the Yonta Maria Grand Fleet, with him as the admiral. And together that makes 5,600 people. Oda's really driving this one into the ground, isn't he?
I like how you said. I like how you asked you what the Tontada. You're like, only some of them are going. There are 200, man. 200.
Well, how many Tontada are there? I mean,
well, still not proportionally a lot, but still a lot.
Yeah. Anyways, like at this point, Bartolomeo is asking Luffy if they'll do the same kind of thing that we were talking about earlier with him and Sabo, where they'll exchange a cup of sake together and pretty much become underlings, like a parent and child kind of thing, where Luffy's the boss and they're the underlings to him.
Yeah. So I was like, are they doing the Whitebeard thing?
That sounds like what they're doing. Like they're pretty much forming an alliance with all of these guys. Like they're going to serve under Luffy.
Yeah. Like obviously they're not going to sail together, but they're going to be like representing him.
You know what? You want to know one thing though? With all of this, what I want to see so badly is the first page of the next chapter of Luffy saying no.
Yeah, that's what I was going to say that. I was just like, he was going to say. I feel like he's going to say that, but at the same time, it's kind of like I feel like he'd say that if they were going with him, but if they're just representing him, then it's a little different.
Yeah, at the very least, something like that could be the way to go on there.
Yeah,
I can even imagine him saying like, "But I want to be able to fit you all in the sunny."
Yeah, exactly. Here's the thing, though. It's like, because when I first read this, I was like, oh wait, no, he'd say no because he only wants 10 guys, and but it's just like
you probably have to have it explained to him, or eventually he'll make the connection. It's the same thing Whitebeard had.
Yeah, but doesn't the Whitebeard ship sail with him?
I don't think so. Like Whitebeard has his crew, and his crew's big enough to have division commanders and all that. But all those guys that appeared at Marineford, they weren't necessarily his crew. They were allies among them. Like people didn't serve him directly. Like they didn't have like his mark, for example, but they were still his allies.
Yeah, but see, that's the thing though. I think in the end though, I think Luffy's going to say yes because.
Oh yeah, I don't doubt he will.
It's different. It's different than it's not like the Foxy thing where you actually have them join your crew. These guys are actually worthy people who are really powerful, and they understand Luffy's
ideals. And that Foxy thing was only in the anime.
Yeah.
So that doesn't even matter here in this case.
Yeah, so it's kind of, yeah. I mean, but Luffy though in character would say no. That's why when I first read this, I was like, oh, he's gonna say no. So why are we hyping this up? I'm thinking to myself, and then I started rereading. I'm like, but they're not actually joining his crew. They're just saying they represent him. So it's kind of like, he'll probably say no first, but I think in the end he's gonna say yes.
Yeah, probably because with like Usopp and Robin convincing him why it's a good idea.
I really hope.
Oh, hang on, you broke up a little bit, so I think I talked over you some.
Oh, just you saying?
I talked over you. I was talking over you, and you were breaking up a bit, so I didn't hear what you said.
I'm just saying you continue to do.
Okay. I was just gonna say, like, he'll probably say no until Usopp and Robin probably explain why it would be a good idea.
Okay. What I was saying was, like, it's just, there's so much hype in, like, there's a week break, right? And this is like the last chapter, and after all this, after seeing them together, like, fight together, and have, like, understand, like, their connection between each other, you know, like, their camaraderie, it's just like, don't say no, please. Like, I get Luffy that you want to have, like, you know, you want to play it close to the chest, but, like, come on, let's go for it, man. Let's go for it. Let's have some fun, you know. That's it. So yeah, I mean, like, as I said before, I thought he was gonna, I mean, he might say no initially, but I thought he was gonna say no, like, because I thought that they were joining him like directly, but it's like no, they're not joining him directly. They're just representing him, but they still go on their own way. So that's okay. Like that makes sense. Like I think that difference is what Oda is intentionally trying to put out. It's like, look, guys, I'm not trying to have them join the crew. I'm just having them represent him. So I think Luffy will be okay with that.
Yeah. Yeah, that's probably what we'll be seeing on there for sure. I don't doubt it on that.
But it's so awesome!
Yeah, it is pretty cool. I do want to see what they do with this, because, I mean, at the very least, it explains why we got so much time with the Gladiators and the Warriors, but...
Yeah. Like, you know, I don't want to forget these guys. I want them... Yeah, this is great, because it makes them, like, there's an impact. Something actually meant something. Like, it meant... Like, this arc meant something, you know? It's not just to beat Doflamingo. It's like, no, this is Luffy putting a stepping stone into the Grand Line, and you know what?
Into the world of the Emperors.
Yeah, the New World. And that's the thing though. Like, Luffy could. I don't know. Does this make him in the running for like the 5th Emperor or something? It would be awesome.
Well, I don't know how they quite does that, because I'm sure he's not the only one that has like a fleet or group or anything.
Yeah. Well, I feel like there's so many of these, like so many powerful members of like Bartolomeu, Cavendish. Like these guys are so powerful. 5 giants. Like I'm wondering how, like, because the other alliances, I know they have a lot of guys, but I feel like this is like going overkill.
Yep.
But yeah, I mean, like for example, Red Shanks, for example, he had a moderately sized crew, but I'm sure there were there's a lot of guys who represent him on the sea. So yeah, it could be the same thing. I don't know, like. The only one I can think of right now is Whitebeard, who has a shitload of people under his belt. Gold Roger had the same thing though too, right? Gold Roger had a lot of people. Yeah,
I don't know if he had like a fleet or like alliances like Luffy did, Whitebeard did.
I heard it was similar to Whitebeard's. They were able to fight each other on very even ground.
Yeah.
So I assume, and you know.
Well, I always took that to mean like Roger and Whitebeard could fight evenly, not necessarily their groups.
I think it was both. I think it was the leaders and the groups.
But at any point, like I said, that's the like I said, I don't know if Roger himself had like a big group like that or not, but this does have some promising options here for us as we go along. I do want to know what happens with Law though. Like, how's he gonna react to all this?
Dude, Law should join in. Come on, Law, join in.
One of us. And he's already kind of there. Like my favorite gag with Law is when they're on the way to Dressrosa and they're talking about what they're gonna have for dinner or lunch, and Sanji's like, sandwiches. Then Law's like, I don't like bread, and then suddenly just recoiled in shock at the fact that he just like got caught up in it.
You know, here's the thing: there's way too much hype going in for the answer to be no. You know?
Yeah, like I said, that's why it would be a first page gag, but not more than that.
Yeah, exactly.
I will laugh my butt off when that happens, but it's not gonna be like the long term thing. Otherwise, this whole thing is wasted.
I know it is, and it would feel kind of disappointing because it's just so much. It's so all. I get that Luffy would say no, but at first, but it would just feel like it feels so disappointing if he's just like, no, I don't want to be associated with you guys anymore. You know, because it's kind of like saying "f you" back to them, and I feel like they deserve more than that. You know, because they did fight together, and I think they earned the right to at least represent him. You know. And then of course Jinbei, come on, can Jinbei please join next arc?
Yep.
Please, I don't want to wait any longer.
Well, that would be something like. I mean, they'll probably will just for sake that giving them the right to Zoe, or wherever the twirly hat pirates are.
Actually, I have a question. What was the few things that Jinbei needed to take care of? I can't remember.
I know that he had some obligations to Big Mom mainly, and to make sure I think that the other Fistman pirates won't be hurt by what he does.
Okay, so how long do you think it's going to take? Do you think it's going to take more than one arc?
I don't know. We probably won't see him until we see Big Mom.
All right. Well, they seem to be pushing that ahead because Big Mom's crew is like they just recently attacked Nami's group, so yeah. But yeah, I'm just so hyped for this. Come on, go, let's go.
Yep. Oh, you just cut off suddenly. Oh, hello?
I was like, yeah, let's do it.
Yeah, I think your excitement broke the connection for a moment.
Yeah, because I grabbed my headphones and I grabbed the cable that connected the two, so it kind of disconnected. But yeah.
Yeah.
And
yeah,
actually grabbing shit. I was like, yeah.
Well, I'm not quite so enthused, but it is a cool moment to get here. And with that, we are at the end of One Piece chapter 799, Parent and Child. Week after this will be the big 800 of. We'll see how that goes. Probably start getting some Dressrosa fallout too. In the meantime, go ahead and take us away.
Bye.